Okay, I think I fixed the audio. You can even hear the RF interference. Try this again. Okay. So what we have here is a Atari 5200 game called Joust. I actually bought this Atari 5200 a couple of weekends ago. I got it at a retro convention called Super BitCon in Oklahoma City. It was a kind of a last minute decision to get. Honestly, I had spent most of the weekend uh, just observing, and I didn't really buy anything, and I kind of made a decision that I wasn't going to leave the convention without buying something, because I traveled almost, I think it was maybe more than around 6 hours to get to Oklahoma City from Austin, and other than playing in a Street Fighter V tournament that I hadn't even actually planned on playing in because I didn't know they were going to have one. Other than that, I hadn't really done much. So, luckily, I picked up a boxed NES, and as I was walking out on the last day of the convention, right as they were kind of closing up, I saw a guy that had an Atari 5200 in box sitting on his table, and I had visited that guy's booth before, or table before, and he had been wiped out pretty much after the first day. He had really good prices on his consoles, so it wasn't surprising that a few hours after he opened, he pretty much sold all his consoles. So when I saw this box 5200 on his table as I was leaving, looked kind of curious, so I asked him, I knew he was local, or he was at least from Oklahoma, so there was a possibility that he had gotten more stock from his store to bring to the convention. But so I asked him, where did this come from, this 5200, and he said that he'd just gotten it traded in like 40 minutes before. So it was untested, but the box was in really good condition, and I decided to just go ahead and go for it. He wanted $100. I tried to talk him down to 80, but he wouldn't take it just because he said it was a good showpiece for his store if he didn't sell it for what he wanted. But I offered him 90, and then he just gave in. He's whatever, it's $10. So I picked it up with Pac-Man and Super Breakout. And honestly, it hadn't been tested, so I didn't even know it was going to work. Luckily, it worked. The controllers were the 5200 controllers. I don't know if you can see this. Let me try to put it on the camera here. This is a 5200 controller, and it is garbage. This is a non-centering stick, so it kind of stays to the side. The only thing that centers it is this rubber boot here, and it doesn't do a very good job at that. And the buttons are really mushy, and it's just not a very good controller. You can't see shit, can you? Let me see. Put some light on it. Can't really see anything. Here, let me use my phone, and maybe that's better. That's a 5200 controller, and you can already see it's not centered, and that causes problems when you're playing action games. But more than that, it came with 3 controllers. Only one worked really, the joystick, but none of the buttons worked. None of these fire buttons actually worked. So I had to take them all apart and clean it. And then I found 2 more controllers at a game store in South Texas, and I took them apart and cleaned them. So this one's the best working one, so I'm going to be using this one. But it's still a garbage controller. Anyway, I like to talk a lot. And let's get some games going. So I'm going to start with Joust. Let me get the stream back on my phone so I can tell if it's working. Alright, so let's start with Joust. This is a pretty decent conversion of the arcade game. I don't know if you all played Joust before, but it's a 1982 game by Williams. It was one of the first games that didn't involve a spaceship of some kind. You didn't actually fire at anything. Pretty much up until then, every action button was a fire button, and this action button is just flap. All you do is flap your wings, and although I'm flying backwards, you control this ostrich. It doesn't look like an ostrich here, but in the arcade it does a little bit more. And it's got a pretty decent kind of physics engine with weight. It feels pretty good. It's a little squirrely to control, especially with these controllers, but it feels pretty good. All you do in this game is, again, the game's called Joust, is you joust against these other bad guys who are riding buzzards. I know you can't tell, but what you do is you joust with them, and as long as you have the higher position when you collide with them, then you win. And they turn into eggs, and you pick up the eggs and get bonus points. If you do not pick up the eggs in time, they actually hatch into a harder enemy, and he gets picked up by a buzzard, and then it's even harder to kill them. I think there's probably 3 different difficulties of enemies for different colors. Oh shit. And this thing does, even in the arcade, it controlled kind of weird. It's got, a good amount of gravity and weight, so things kind of, and it takes, you just can't hit flap a lot because you end up bouncing off the top. Essentially all you do is, this is a really easy part. Just make sure you hover above bad guys. Oh shit, okay. I like to fight from the top here. I'm not a super great, okay, so that noise means that we tied. We both had the same height, so nobody won. We just bounce in opposite directions. And when 2 enemies collide, like they just did right now, they will make that noise and bounce off each other, even if they're not the same height. They just won't kill each other. You can play a 2-player simultaneous game, and you can choose to play cooperatively or against each other. If you all have read Ready Player One, you'll know that Joust features prominently in the kind of middle or first part of the book, where Parzival is trying to get the first key. Oh shit! See, they're all hatching. This was the egg stage. Oh shit! You can actually get all the eggs before they hatch, and you get a bonus. You're supposed to. Just trying to. Okay. There was a bug in the arcade version. Oh shit! This guy's gonna hatch. He's already hatched. You pick up these eggs. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh fuck! Why did I flap? He was right above me. Another thing you may notice is that at the bottom, the red stuff is lava, and there's a lava monster. You can see his hand sometimes. If you hover too low above the lava, a hand will come up and grab you. So the birds without anybody mounted on top don't hurt you. They're just flying off the screen. Oh shit, okay. I don't like to move a lot. It's kind of what I do in Asteroids too. I just kind of stay in the middle. Uh-oh. Okay. I don't know if you can see the score real well. Shit. At 36,400 with 2 extra lives. And the extra lives, I know you can't tell, especially, it's hard to see even on this screen that I'm looking at, but streamed it probably looks even worse. The extra lives are like the helmets used by the Black Knight in Monty Python. Kind of big, huge helmets with a slit for the eyesight, or for the eyes. Oh, I was saying, there's a bug in the arcade version that kind of works here. If you land on a platform a little too low, your legs don't actually come out, and you just kind of belly flop. And if you belly flop in this direction, let's see if we can do it. No, too high. There it is. See, it like teleports you down through that little space between those platforms. So that's pretty cool that they put that little bug in there. So that's supposed to be a fucking brown shit looking thing that flew across the screen and killed me. It's supposed to be it's a pterodactyl, and you can kill it, but it's extremely difficult. You pretty much have to hit it square in the mouth, and you can't just hit it from the top like you can the other guys. Oh my god, I spawned and died, and that game is over. Anyway, yeah. that's actually a pretty decent game on the 5200. It plays pretty well, fairly well. It's not too bad with the really squishy controller. So yeah, that was Joust. I'm gonna swap it out now here. When I swap it out, it's gonna give you that old school staticky noise for just a split second. This TV is actually kind of new as far as CRTs go, so it'll detect the static and cut it out. But if you have this loud, it's probably gonna hurt your ears for a little second here. And there it would. Alright, so that's Joust. And let's see if I can get some light on it. Let's see, Joust 5200. Next, I'm going to put in, let's see, let's try Centipede. It's another Atari classic. So the 5200 got a lot of arcade ports. And back then, Atari was a pretty powerful arcade player. And so they had a lot of hits. I think Centipede's the... Oh shit. God damn it. Centipede, I think it was designed by a woman. One of the first women game programmers. So, you probably have heard of Centipede. It's pretty popular. Even if you've never played it, you might have seen pictures of it. And it's kind of like a modified Space Invaders. So this joystick, while analog and kind of okay, isn't as good as playing on a trackball. I noticed that on the packaging it said that it supports the trackball, but that the trackball wouldn't be released till 1983. This came out in 1982. So I don't know if it ever got released. I don't really know too much about the 5200. I only started messing around with it because I picked it up. It's just one of those systems that I just, a lot of people didn't know. And it was not a commercial success. It was meant to compete with the Intellivision, but it ended up competing more with the ColecoVision. Oh, shit. The sound effects are actually pretty good. I'm going to play one more time. That was too quick. So, funny story about... Oh, God, that's something... Alright, I got 6 points, seriously? Okay. I asked for a ColecoVision, I believe in 1983 for Christmas. And that was like the rage at the time. The Atari had kind of, well, it dwindled for sure, but the video game market definitely taken a hit by 1983. A lot of retailers had taken hits, and it was kind of, it was on its way out until Nintendo arrived at later in the 80s. But when the 5200 came out, even though I was a big Atari fan, it just didn't look very fun. It didn't have very good games, and the ColecoVision just looked like it had better graphics, and more importantly, the ColecoVision came packed with Donkey Kong, which was a huge thing back then. To have a pretty close... Because I had Donkey Kong for the 2600 and it was terrible. But to have a pretty accurate version of Donkey Kong was a big thing. So when it came packaged with Donkey Kong, that's what I chose for Christmas. And I'm going to play one more. My mother, being my mom, who's awesome, had told my dad that I needed to have that for Christmas, a ColecoVision. And my dad, being my dad, and not really knowing about toys and video games, and knowing that I had picked up an Atari, and back then Atari was synonymous with video games, so he went out and he bought me a 5200, unbeknownst to me, because it wasn't Christmas yet. And my mom saw it, and thankfully, she was like, "No, this is not the ColecoVision. He's going to be pissed off if he opens that up on Christmas." So she made him take it back and buy me, and I only found this out later, and buy me the ColecoVision. So my dad was like, what, Atari video, whatever. This is a new one, sure. So, thanks, Mom. I really enjoyed my ColecoVision, actually. Ah, shit. The only thing bad about the ColecoVision, really, was the shitty controller. Not that this controller is any good either. It's actually shittier than the ColecoVision one. The ColecoVision controller was short and stubby, had this little disc on the top, and it just didn't feel very good. Honestly, the Atari 2600 controller was really good. I know it only had one button, but okay. Which one would be my high score? Is that even my high score? I don't even know. bunch of centipede heads. Shit. I feel like this fire button lags, so I'm just holding it down. Oh shit. Oh my god. Oh, there we go. So this little, that's supposed to be a flea. That falling mass of pixels is supposed to be a flea. And it actually adds mushrooms to the playfield. And I'm dead. Hey, I beat my high score. That was pretty fun. Okay, rather than play it again, even though I like that more than Joust, I'm going to swap it out. And just because this is the nearest one to me, this is Qix, Q-I-X. Not sure if you can see that. Let me try to get a light on it. Qix. This is another arcade port, from what I understand, from Taito. That's what it says here anyway. And let's see how it plays. So Qix, a lot of people don't remember. It didn't have much for graphics. In fact, those are the graphics. It basically, it was, you control that little thing in the bottom that's drawing lines, and when you complete a rectangle, it will fill in the rectangle with color, and then award you some points and gives you an indicator of how much of the screen you've colored in. And if you can look at the top, you see where it says Qix. To the right, it says 4%. So it's got 4% of the screen colored in. And oh, this is going to be a big one. Okay, so you got a huge chunk there. Now it's got 44%. There's usually some kind of minimum you have to reach. I think it's like 2/3, like 66%, 67%, something like that. And when you complete that, when you color that much of the screen, it goes to the next level. And the Qix, I think, is that swirly, which they did a pretty good job of making it look like the arcade version. That swirly line thing, if it touches the line while you're drawing it and before you've completed your rectangle, you die. The other way you can die is there are things you can kind of see on the right and upper part of the screen there. There are things that follow the course of the line and just, just travel the line, and if they touch you, you also die. So anyway, let's give it a shot. Okay, let's give it a shot. Hello? Just start? Okay, there it is. Okay, so you have to hit the button to draw. And by the way, you cannot draw on angles. You can kind of like do this thing, but you can't draw on angles. I don't think there's any other button other than draw. So you see I have 30% of the screen, I need 65. And again, I have to be careful. Oh, somebody touched me. Dead. You may or may not know of a game called Gal's Panic. It is just a ripoff of Qix. But instead of drawing colors... Shit. Yeah, the Qix doesn't actually have to touch you, it just has to touch the line you're drawing to kill you. See, it's pretty far away. But instead, imagine all the blue if it was revealing a part of a picture. And then when you completed the screen, it would show you the entire picture. And the pictures were always of scantily clad women. In the initial Gal's Panic, it was pictures of pixelated, photorealistic women. But then later versions of Gal's Panic substituted anime chicks. And I think you could even get nudity in them on certain versions of Gal's Panic. I think in all of them. And but they basically just stole the Qix. I think they may have had a power-up or something like that. And you could destroy the enemies using certain techniques, but it was basically Qix. See how far I can get here. So there's also a timer, so you just sit there. It's that red bar. Uh-oh, shit, I escaped. Damn it. I think you get a bonus. Okay, let's go. It's weird that it starts you like, it doesn't reset the screen, it just like starts you right from where you died. God, get off of me, jeez. I didn't even get, this is my last guy. I can't tell how many dudes I have. So it just starts you like right there, like just respawns you immediately. It's not a very good. Come on, get the fuck away from me. I just need one more percentage. Oh shit. Okay, thank God. So 65% is the minimum here. I got no bonus because I didn't go over 65% apparently. Okay, so the kicks can split into two. Oh, that was a pussy thing to do. Come on, get some. There we go. Oh shit. Oh shit. That thing's. Oh god. I guess you can't traverse lines that have already been colored in. Because I just tried to and I died. The thing followed me. God, now there's two kicks. Is it Kicks Eye? Kickses? I wonder if I could trap with kicks. Oh my god. Yeah, you cannot travel back against the thing you just draw. It makes that noise. Yeah, it's no good. No bueno. Oh my god. Oh, I want to make a big jump. I'm going for it. Got it. Great. Okay, I'm going for it. Damn it. I think that was my last dude. 19, yep, sure was. 19,379. It's okay. It's not a bad game. Next game. ATARI 5200 Real Sports Baseball. I actually played this already and I would argue against that title. I remember the Real Sports series of games on the 2600 were just sequels to the original baseball and football on the 2600, and they were significantly better. But this game, so I looked online to see what games were worth purchasing for the 5200, and there was this guy that rated pretty much all of them and gave them a letter rating, like A, B, C, D, or F, just like a grade school rating. And he gave this one the highest rating. I think it was an A. It was an A or A plus, and it's not very good. I can't figure out what the fuck to do. He said it was one of the best games on the 5200. It's got decent sound. I mean, you'll see there's voice in it, which was kind of. I was surprised to hear voice in it.
Strike.
See, so it took me a while to figure out that you have to swing.
You are out.
Oh, jerk. You have to swing the bat with your analog stick. So you hold it left and then right to swing. Oh shit.
Strike.
Damn it. So you can do like a part swing or a bunt if you just don't see I'm doing analog control.
Strike two.
There's no reason why it couldn't be a button. But whatever.
Strike three. You are out.
Yeah. See. Okay. The first time I played it, I actually hit a home run first time at bat. The real problem I had was on defense. Oh god, there it is. Oh shit, why did he take off?
Out.
Fuck. I need to read the directions because I did not want to try to take an extra base there. So now I'm on defense and I could figure out how to pitch, but when I was trying to field and throw to the correct person to get him out on the base. Oh, okay. What the, why you, stop that. So if I hit the button, okay, so whoever oh shit, he took off. I didn't do that. Throw it. Jesus Christ, why would you do that? Oh, you're not even going to give him like an extra base? I mean, like, let him run the mini bases. So it's just an error and you just get one base? Oh, god damn it. Okay, so don't hit that. Oh, okay. I see. The top button pitches. Oh, bunt, huh? Let's see, I want to throw it to... Oh. So the bottom... There's 4 fire buttons. The bottom left selects dudes. Why is it not just resetting so I can pitch again? The top one pitches, or throws. I don't know what these other ones do. Oh, shit. Shit. Throw it, dude. Throw it. That's the first out I've ever had, like based on throwing somebody out on the base. Okay. No. Fuck you. Stop doing that. Thank you. Oh, the guy took off. What a dick. Shit. Throw it. Oh my god. This game's the worst. How is this an A+ game? Controls are terrible. Maybe it's more fun with two people. I don't know. Oh my god.
Ball.
Thank you. Oh, a bunt? How's that? Shit! Really? He wasn't on the base? Oh. That's ridiculous. You're just gonna... Oh my god. Dude, pitcher, run to first. Come on. I don't even know baseball, but I know the pitcher's supposed to run for first there, to cover the base. I'm not even going to get out of this inning, am I? It's just going to be like 10-0. Oh,
Out.
thank you. To first base. Well, how is he not already on the base? Your foot should be on the base, dude. You're the first baseman. So frustrating. I don't feel... Okay, finally. I don't feel like I have good control over the pitch either. 3... All on errors. Seriously. None of those runs should have happened. I'm not going to play 9 innings, I guarantee you that. I'm going to play just this batting sequence here. See if I can get a... Run, fucker!
You're out.
Oh, of course. His first baseman touches the bag. Fine. Come on.
Strike.
What is that shit? Change up, huh? Go, you fucker! Thank you. Thanks for not going extra base this time, too. I'm not even going to try to take... Oh, shit, that was terrible. That's my fault. Ugh.
Strike 2.
Bitch.
Strike 3. You're out.
Whatever. Whatever. Go, 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 go. Get... Oh, you should have thrown the first.
Out.
You know, one thing I haven't talked about, these games have a pause feature. Ooh, this one actually tells you you've paused. There's actually a pause button straight up. It says pause right next to the start button and the reset button on the controller. It's kind of dangerous to have a reset button on the controller. Usually you see that on the console itself. Let's see what happens if you push it. Yeah, it resets like if you had pushed reset on the console. I guess it's sort of protected by this sort of... I don't know what it is. Like this barrier or whatever. I don't know if you can see that. It's kind of not real easy to hit, but that's your reset button, your pause button, and the green one's the start button. Anyway, yeah, fuck baseball. We're done with that shit. I actually bought 3 new games today, and... Oh shit, am I moving the camera? I might be moving the camera. I haven't tried them out yet, so I am going to go into the other room. Here. Let me grab one. I have 2 other... I'm trying not to touch the camera here. 2 other games. Then I'm going to go into the other room and grab the ones I haven't played yet, and they're actually boxed games. This is the game that the 5200 came with. It was supposed to be the system seller, but it was Pac-Man, and by that time it was already 2 years old. And honestly, I think people had gotten over it already. Pac-Man fever had come and gone. So let me quickly verify that the camera isn't messed up. Hold on a sec. Okay. While I was in the other room, I also grabbed my new acquisitions. And let's just see Pac-Man. Let's go. This is actually a pretty good version of Pac-Man. Other than the really crappy controller, it's pretty good. Sound is decent. Controllers again a little... See, I meant to go left there. It's kind of hard actually. Fuck that guy. So, pause. I remember seeing the 5200 commercial and seeing that guy playing Pac-Man, and he paused it, and I'm like, oh my god, that is the best thing ever. Because I know you guys take this for granted, but back in the old school times, we didn't have a pause button on the 2600. If you wanted to pause, you were screwed. Shit. Oh, by the way, there's no green ghost in Pac-Man. It's supposed to be light blue, but I guess it didn't feel that it played well against the regular blue background. I'm not sure. For whatever reason, they went with a green one. Shit, go. Anyway, the 2600 did not have a pause feature. So if you were playing Asteroids or whatever and you were kicking ass and your mom was like nagging you to take out the trash or whatever, there was no pause. Like you... Fuck, okay. Yeah, you either had to leave your game or turn it off. Oh my god. Get away from me, asshole. So yeah, the phone rang. You gotta make a decision. You keep playing Space Invaders or pick up the phone. Oh my god, leave me alone, dude. Oh shit. See, that I blame that completely on the controller. I mean, really, I knew where I was going. I just didn't go there. Yeah, get away. Got it. Did I finish both? Oh, that was just the first maze? How pathetic. Yeah, so the fact that I had a pause button was really cool. I need to get a free dude. Fuck that guy. Oh no, oh no, oh no, 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 no. That's what I want to do. Shit. I'm gonna try to get to level 3 at least so you can see the... Oh, fuck. So you can see the cinema is intact. Oh, no, no, no. You know what? Eating them is actually detrimental to me finishing. Because they just turn to regular ghosts after that. Come on, you fuckers. Hopefully I can finish. No, 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 no. See? That's... God damn it. That's why eating them is bad if I just wanted to pass the level. That's what you're supposed to do for points, but I just want to pass this. And there you go. So here's the cinema for you. Super exciting. Yeah, giant pack, giant ghost. Super pack. Blue ghost. Yep, that was it. Enjoyed. Wasn't that totally worth it? And I always do that at the beginning of a pack. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Left please. Anyway. That is Pac-Man. Not bad. Not a bad conversion, honestly. Compared to the bang, 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 doo 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 of the 2600 version. Yeah, this is miles and miles ahead of that. So, we go to Super Breakout. This is the least impressive looking game you'll ever see on pretty much any system, including the 5200. It's just bricks. Yep, that's it. So you can change the type of bricks you see. And it's like breakout, which is traditional, progressive. I don't even know what that is. Double, I guess that's on both sides, and then one with the cavity. So I'm just going to play traditional breakout. And again, this is made to be played with a paddle. So this analog stick is okay, but it's a little finicky. I can't really get precise control. Shit. And the goal, it's basically one-player Pong. When Pong was created, it was created only as a two-player game. Shit. And it's like foosball, you know? You couldn't really play it by yourself. You had to have somebody else. And in order to get more sales, they created Breakout, which is essentially one-player Pong. Now hitting the, oh god, I hesitate to call it a ball, even though it says ball. God! Hitting the ball at certain angles from your paddle or as it's moving will kind of give it different trajectories. Oh my god, that was the worst. I have to play that again, even though it's boring shit to watch. So you get 5 balls, and I think each color brick is a different value, so the higher bricks are worth more. I don't know. Oh my god. This is so difficult. Oh, Jesus. This is so difficult to play with an analog stick that doesn't center. Oh. Okay. Controls are not... Jeez. Maybe you guys played Arkanoid for the NES or at the arcade. It was based on this, only that game had power-ups and shit, and it was much more fun. Oh. I have to play this again. I have to at least get to the greens. Oh my god. Alright, maybe if I shut up and concentrate. Here we go. Okay. Son of a... Are the reds worth 2? God, there's too much angle on these. I might not get to the green. Oh my, that shit's happening. 27, 28 points. 20, okay, god damn it. I have to, one more time. Shit! Reset, I'm not even gonna take that. Reset, no. Start over. If I miss the first ball, no, we're restarting. That's the thing with these old games, that very simple gameplay, but they were actually pretty addictive. Oh,